Well, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel and greetings from a super busy Atlanta airport. Today I'm flying to Melbourne and you're coming with me. Well, it's actually tonight. It's gonna be a night flight. I've got a ticket for a seat on an Airbus A319 and I just can't wait. Today my aircraft is leaving from the A concourse here at the world's busiest airport. The aircraft has just arrived from Memphis, Tennessee. It's a short flight this evening and I've got mixed feelings about the A319. I'm excited because it's been years since I've been on this type of aircraft, but I'm disappointed because this route is typically operated with a 717. I'm all about the window seat, and the 717 has larger windows, allowing for more surface area to look out of. Okay, we're boarding now. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see the airplane. There's just too much reflection out the window here. The fact that I can't see the plane out the window here is setting the mood for tonight's flight. It's not going to be great. You'll see what I mean when I take my seat. Boy, is this a long jet bridge. This long walk also plays a role in the reason why I couldn't see my A319. The plane was actually physically far from the terminal building. That long walk led me to the rear of this A319. Here's the problem. The windows are foggy. It's an old plane for sure, but Delta has paid a lot of attention to modernizing the interior. I don't know why they or any airline can't maintain the windows as well. Too many times, I have to find the right spot on the window pane to look through, as some parts of the window are clearer than others. To make matters worse, the fact that this is a night flight is not helping. I took my name off the upgrade list so I can be guaranteed a window, and this is not what I want. I clean my car windows regularly, and I just really wish airlines would do the same. It's time to push back. Today we're leaving from gate Alpha 28, which means that we push back onto the ramp between the T gates, which are attached to the check-in area of the terminal, and the A gates, which is the first of many satellites here at Atlanta. Since this is the first ramp, it's called Ramp 1. The tug pushes us back to a position where we can get the engine started. Sitting on the right side of the plane offers a nice evening view of the colorful covered entranceway to the terminal. Once ready with the tug removed and the engine started, we call Atlanta Ground Control for taxi instructions.
Right, Delta 2435, will land the ground, runway 9 to left at Mike 2, turn left on Lima, hold short of ramp 2.
Left on Lima, short of ramp 2 for runway 9 left, Mike 2, Delta 2435.
Ground Control has told us that we can expect runway 9 left for takeoff and will enter the runway at taxiway Mike 2. Once we leave the ramp, we need to turn left onto taxiway Lima and hold short of ramp number 2. Now, runway 9 left is to our right, so intuitively, we would have made a right turn to get to the runway, but the controller is having us turn left. We will taxi to the next ramp and wait. This is part of the sequencing process. We need to not only follow the line to the runway, but be behind an airplane that's not taking the same route as us. So, once out of the ramp, we turn left. We won't be in the quote-unquote wrong direction for too long, as we're only going to move the length of one concourse. In a moment, we'll be headed the other way just like this Delta Heavy jet is doing. It's a few planes ahead of us. The ground controller wants to sequence us behind a CRJ 700, so he comes back to tell us that at ramp 2, we can turn right, join Mike, and follow the regional jet.
Right, Delta 2435 at ramp 2, join Mike, follow that order.
Ramp 2, we'll follow the, looks like a 700 Delta 2435.
We're also told to switch to the tower frequency once on Mike.
The 2435, one join Mike, towers on 123.85, have a good day.
We'll do it, sir. Have a blessed night. We'll see you.
See you later.
We're turning onto Mike behind the regional jet, which is really tough to see from this window. Now that we're in line, the pilot makes his final announcement to the passengers and flight attendants.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight today looks like we're going to be number 6 for takeoff. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for departure.
So it's just straight on from here, all the way to the next to last taxiway, where we'll turn left and enter the runway once we're told to do so by the tower. We're officially in the South Airport Complex, which is handled by a separate set of tower controllers from the northern set. The south set is divided from the north by the terminals, and we can see the terminals on the right side. Specifically, we're looking at the ramp that we just left from, ramp 1. As we move forward, we can see the programmable LED lights that are on 2 canopies, each being 864 feet long. Over 3,400 programmable LED light fixtures are embedded within each of the 2 massive structural steel arches. As we taxi, we see planes going in the opposite direction. These are planes that landed on runway 9 right, the parallel runway, and used a loop around our runway, called the Whiskey Loop, to get to the terminal side of the airport. The line has moved up and it's time for our takeoff. We can now enter the runway after this command.
Delta 2435, line of tower 9 left, Mike 2, line of wait.
Delta 2435, line of point, runway 9 left, Mike 2.
We're behind the CRJ, and in a moment we'll get takeoff clearance. The tower will tell us RNAV to grits. This means that after takeoff, we need to follow the published departure procedure to a fix called grits. Let's get that takeoff clearance.
Status 2435, RNAV grits, 9 left, Mike 2, clear for takeoff.
RNAV grits clear for takeoff, 9 left, Mike 2, Delta 2435.
From our position on 9 left at Mike, we start our takeoff roll. Once airborne, the name of the standard instrument departure that we will fly is the varsity departure, and it's the published description that says that after takeoff, we should fly a heading of 95 degrees to intercept a course of 115 degrees to Grits. Grits is located over the Sweet Gum Creek in the community of Rex in Clayton County. From Grits, we'll turn further right to 185 degrees to Heisman, which is located near the intersection of Mystic Way and Relic Ridge just north of Hampton, Georgia. From there, it's direct Trophy. Trophy is just east of Hampton, Georgia, near the Tawalaga River. Now, let's climb to the skies.
That is 1081 RNAV, grits 9 left, Mike 2.
You'll notice that we will be making right turns on our own without the controller telling us to do so. That's because we're following the departure procedure that I just described. As we leave the airspace of the Atlanta Tower, we're handed off to the Atlanta TRACON, which is a separate radar control facility located in Peachtree, Georgia.
Status 2435, contact departure on 3347. Have a good one.
3347, Delta 2435. Have a great evening.
I'm so disappointed by these nearly frosted windows. I'm struggling to find the right spot as we climb. Instead of us checking in with departure control, the controller will call us and tell us that we're radar contact at 3,800 feet.
2435, you're also radar contact. Show me 3,800 for 10,000.
Delta 2435.
The controller has been making initial contact to other departures, so he added us to the mix. Since everyone on this frequency took off on the same runway, and the runway doesn't conflict with other runways, planes are launched in rapid succession of one another. The controller has his work cut out for him as we follow the procedure and climb to 10,000 feet. Once in the airspace of the higher altitude controllers along the route of our short flight to the east coast of Florida, we'll climb higher. Our right turns will bring us toward Florida. The flow of departures off of our runway is not the only departure path out of Atlanta today. Simultaneously, off to our left is another stream of departing aircraft that took off from Atlanta's North Runway complex. This makes the departure flow from this airport fast and efficient. We're working our way out of an extremely complex airspace into less dense airspace. As we look back, we can see the airport and observe from the southeast how the airport is operating in an eastward flow this evening. As we climb, we leave the airspace of the Peachtree City Controller and are told to contact the High Altitude Center Controller in Hampton, Georgia, and climb to 14,000 feet.
Delta 2435, climb and maintain 14,000, Atlanta Center on 119.37.
All right, up to 14,000, say the frequency again, 2435.
1937, 119.37.
1937, have a great evening, Delta 2435.
You too, buddy.
As we climb to our cruising altitude, we pass by Griffin, Georgia, about 40 miles south of Atlanta, and best known as the birthplace of legendary Old West gunslinger Doc Holliday. That's followed by Warner Robins, Georgia, home of the Robins Air Force Base and a massive aviation museum. The flashing light is actually a P-8 Poseidon which took off from Dallas Love Field and is now flying over Georgia. While still over Georgia, we see Douglas, Georgia, which is known for farming. While tobacco used to be its primary crop, nowadays peanuts are more popular down there. We've now entered Florida and are looking at the massive city of Jacksonville. We're looking at the downtown area here, but off to the other side of the plane are its famous beaches on the Atlantic Ocean. Immediately past Jacksonville, we flew over the water for a bit for a great view of the city founded by Spain in 1565, St. Augustine. We're descending and have a great view of Palm Coast in Flagler County, Florida. Palm Coast is next to the much smaller city of Bunnell, which is the seat of Flagler County. As we descend further, we'll see the lights of Orlando off to the right side. Over at the Orlando International Airport is an approach controller who will guide us down to runway 9 right at Melbourne.
Approach up 2435, pass 314.5 for 6,000.
2435, Orlando approach, turn left heading of 170, descend and maintain 5000.
170 on the heading down to 5,000, Delta 2435.
We're told to fly nearly south and are cleared to 5,000 feet. The idea is to fly southbound and make a left turn to land straight into runway 9 right. Moments later, we're cleared to 3,000 feet.
2435, descend and maintain 3000.
Descend and maintain 3,000, Delta 2435.
After that, we received a slight heading adjustment.
2435, turn 10 degrees to the right.
10 to the right, Delta 2435.
Later on, we're told to descend to 2,000 feet and report the airport in sight off of our left side.
2435, descend and maintain 2000.
Descend and maintain 2,000, Delta 2435.
So 2435, airport's 10 to 11 o'clock and 9 miles.
Now we're searching Delta 2435.
After doing some searching, our pilot reported the field in sight and we're cleared for a visual approach to runway 9 right, and we report a deck of clouds. After that, it's a handoff to the tower.
Delta 2435, field in sight.
2435, clear visual approach 9 right.
Cleared visual 9 right, and you have just to give you a heads up, there's a pretty good scud deck at about 2,500.
2500, right. So 2435, contact Melbourne 118.2.
18-2, have a great evening, Delta 2435.
Now, I'm showing the moving map here as we head toward the runway instead of the view outside because with the darkness and poor window condition, it was hard to focus. Let's call the tower.
Eden Tower, Delta 2435, we can on the visual 9 right.
Delta 2435, Melbourne Tower, welcome back. Runway 9 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 9 right, Delta 2435.
I guess the controller might know the pilot with that welcome back. The approach to runway 9 right at Melbourne is a straightforward approach, beginning over a conservation area before flying over a more populated zone just east of Interstate 95. We're on a visual approach, so the pilot has the runway in sight ahead of us. And it's a long runway. It's 10,181 feet long, which is more than sufficient for our small Airbus. Melbourne has one European airline, which operates the Dreamliner here, so the long runways are suitable for that aircraft type, which offers flights across the Atlantic to Great Britain. But Melbourne Airport is also a maintenance airport and sees a mix of small, large, and rare airplanes on its ramp from all over the world. The long runway supports the unique mix of airplanes that could stop by for maintenance work. Today, we'll be using the entire length of the runway. Not because we need it, but because the airline terminal is at the far end of the airport. So instead of vacating the runway early and taxiing at a slow speed, we can continue all the way down the runway and vacate it at the end to get to the terminal as quickly as possible. Doing this also allows us to avoid crossing runway 523, a smaller runway used for smaller aircraft.
Delta 2435, all the way down to the end, Tango uniform and to the ramp. Good night.
Tango uniform to the ramp from the end, Delta 2435.
See you later, A319. All right, everybody, I'm going to end the video here. Behind me are some interesting maintenance hangars here at the Melbourne airport. Interesting flight tonight. I wish the window was a little bit cleaner, but it's always exciting to be on an airplane, no matter what the situation is. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. And remember that I'll be back again with a video very, very soon. So if you haven't done so already, I invite you to consider subscribing to this channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Thanks, everybody, and see you soon.